夢のかがり火か。
うまいこと言うね。どこかの大姫さんかと思ったぜ。
ほっとけ。でもそうだな。そうやって一人一人が小さな火を持ち寄ってここに集まっているのかもしれないな。
そしてその吹けば飛ぶような小さな火を絶やさないように一番大きな炎に自分の火を投げ込むんだ。グリフィスというでっけえ炎にだ。でもな、ここに俺の火はねえ。俺はそのかがり火でちょいと温まっていこうとふらっと立ち寄っただけなのかもしれねえな。
ガッツ。
俺はこいつさえあればどんな戦でも生き残る自信がある。実際今までだってそうだった。鷹の段に入る前だって。
Like many of us in this modern age, we are haunted by a curse, a silent weight that drags us down, a curse that ripped us from the fantasies we once held as children. Back then, we thought our futures were going to be bright, full of adventure, success, and happiness. Wide-eyed and eager, we believed we'd become heroes in our own stories. But somewhere along the way, reality hit, and suddenly the dream didn't unfold the way we thought it would. Instead, we find ourselves trapped in an endless loop where our once ideal version of happiness is devoured by the very darkness of adulthood. But why? Why does it feel this way? And what does any of this have to do with Berserk? Now, in 1993, a child was born. A child like many of us, one who believed things would work out, that one day he'd grow up to be someone strong, someone proud, a person who could change the world. He wanted so badly to be an adult, to become someone great. But when the time finally came, reality was nothing like he expected. Instead of triumph, there was struggle. Instead of joy, there was pain. Instead of adventure, there was a never-ending grind. Bills to pay, jobs to work, expectations to meet. The once limitless horizon of childhood now shrunk into a suffocating box of responsibilities. And as he sat alone, drowning in self-loathing, feeling like a failure, a question formed. What if? What if this isn't a bad thing? Throughout Berserk, we follow Guts, a man whose life is an unending cycle of pain, suffering, and hardship. And even though his struggles are beyond what most of us will ever endure, his journey resonates deeply, because at its core, his story is our story. We all suffer. We all struggle. And no, that suffering isn't meaningless. In fact, it can be seen as necessary. We need to struggle. We need to endure. Not because it's fair, but because it carves us into someone or something stronger. Our suffering is not a punishment. It is the very thing that shapes our path, a path no one else can walk but us, alone, in the darkness. Guts' story in Berserk contrasts with Griffith's ideology, the idea that people naturally follow those who provide a sense of direction, security, and meaning. Most people willingly cast their small flames into a greater fire, following a leader, a system, a predefined path. The path of least resistance, the path where struggle is avoided. But Guts? He walks a different road, and whether we realize it or not, so do we. For years we've been taught that our depression, our loneliness, our struggles, our weaknesses. But what if they aren't? What if they are instead our greatest weapons? Guts doesn't fight because he has no struggles, he fights because of them, because deep down he understands something most people don't, that suffering is not the end, it's just the beginning. And that heavy sword we carry, the weight of our pain, it's not meant to crush us, it's meant to be wielded. Guts refuses to follow the crowd, not because he enjoys suffering, but because he knows his path is his own. And the moment you start to see your pain as something that makes you more unique rather than something that isolates you, everything changes. Depression, loneliness, struggle, These things don't make us weak, they make us different. And being different, that's what makes us strong. Now, if this message resonated with you, if you've ever felt like your struggles are too much to bear, know that you're not alone. Know that this journey, while painful, is forging something within you. Because just like guts, we keep moving forward. Keep running, struggler.